Ta-da! If you watched our previous video, we had a parcel and we hadn't opened it. This is what was inside: a hoodie each and a t-shirt each, and that's from Maggie and Company in Arizona. Thank you, Maggie.
Yeah, thank you so much. And perfect fits as well.
And perfect fit. I must be a medium.
I must be small then.
Thank you, Maggie.
Yes, much appreciated. It's very nice of you to have done that. Now, just before we go, we're going to be doing part 2 of our Through the Porthole vlog now, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we'll have a...
So we're going to be looking at the dining area.
Yeah, dining, or L-shape, whichever we call it.
A dance floor.
A dance floor.
And the saloon.
Yeah, and how it flows through to the bow area.
And the cratch.
Yeah, in the bow.
Because we use the under the cratch, don't we, as a little bistro, which is private. It's always fully booked.
Always fully booked, yes. We've had some fabulous meals in there.
So we hope you enjoy
the
walkthrough with us, and please feel free to comment on things you like and things you don't like.
And you can please yourself. If you want to subscribe, you're quite welcome to, and you can be notified by the bell. Everybody says it, but you have an option, because we make our videos because we just love doing it, don't we?
We do.
Love being above.
And if you fancy commenting but you don't have a YouTube channel, or you just watch it on telly, you can always comment on Facebook as well. Make yourself known.
That's the most we'll do though. Facebook, YouTube, nothing else.
Nothing else.
We have other things to do.
Busy for anything
we
else.
certainly do. Anyway, on with our next vlog.
Enjoy.
The most important thing for us was space, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, and being able to use as much of the space as we had in there.
And, like I've said before, making certain we had storage.
Yes.
That's so,
for all my yarn.
Yeah, it's so important to have
and
storage.
Shoes.
Yeah, certainly. So, space at the front was very important for us, because it's a social area, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, we if we have guests on board, we like to socialise. Well, not just guests, friends, and we like to socialise and feel as one. That's the way to say it, isn't it? We feel as one.
So they don't feel blocked out.
That's it. Now, on our semi-trad boat, we had a lovely dinette built, didn't we?
We did.
It was
and I used to sit there with my colouring books and crocheting while you watched the sport.
Yes, yeah. But we even though it was gorgeous, we always thought that when we had friends come on board, if you sat on the dinette, you can feel a bit cut off, particularly if you've got more than two on, and two's got the back to you.
Two's got the back to you,
So,
but with this one that we've got now, it's a bit different, isn't it?
It is, yeah. With the dinette, like I say, it was very, very nice. And it was raised as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we didn't have any opening hatch round there, did we?
No, just we had a window there.
We had big windows in this one, didn't we? So I can talk about that at another point, but we did have windows, and they were double glazed, weren't they? Mm-hmm. But the dining area, we made certain we had access to storage, didn't we?
We had two cupboards going in from the saloon, and we had two cupboards. We had one cupboard on the other side as well. We had a lot of storage there.
We did, yeah.
Some people I've seen put freezers in there, but we would rather use the space for other things, wouldn't we?
We certainly would, yeah. So it was very nice, and we had that lovely warm feeling, didn't we, as well with that, because we are great fans
of wood,
because that's what boats represent, wood, don't they? And having an environment where you've got the right amount of light, the right amount of colour, the right amount of warmth, makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Makes a huge difference. Like
we put spindles
we did,
up, didn't we?
yeah.
Didn't my dad make them? Oh no,
No,
the joiner at the boat builder did them, didn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
And again, they look very nice, but it didn't feel as open.
No, it was separate, wasn't it?
It was separate, even though it did look very, very special.
What about the material as well?
Oh yeah, the material, forgetting about that.
That was beautiful.
Was,
we
yeah.
got that from a local fabric store.
But we also made certain, and we've done it with the one what we have now. We made certain that not only were the materials good quality, they were very thick. The sponges we used, and they weren't soft ones, were they?
No, they were quite firm because that was used as a bed.
Yeah,
as well.
And if it's soft, over time the shape's gone, isn't it? And it doesn't maintain the shape. We changed that completely, didn't we?
Yes.
We went to a L-shaped seating
with storage.
With plenty of storage, but this time we also shaped the seating, didn't we?
Yeah, because the back of the settee is shaped like a wedge, so it slants forward, doesn't it, to make it comfortable?
Well, yeah, the L-shaped seating. So it's not a settee.
Well,
but it's similar idea as what a settee is. It's shaped to go with your back, isn't it? Because a lot of boats, and it was same with the dinette, wasn't it? They're a bit parallel when you're sitting on it, you know. And we thought we've got cushions, but it's nice to have a bit of shaping, wasn't it? And that's what we did with the dinette, and it's worked very well, that hasn't it?
And this one also is very comfortable for a bed as well, isn't it?
It is.
Again, we went for firm foam, so that when people are lying on it, doesn't lose its shape, does it?
Well, one thing what we did, we have that lovely table what goes up there, isn't it? But we're not, when we had our table up on
those legs.
We had legs on that, didn't we? We wouldn't have
Desmo.
We're not a Desmo. We're not a Desmo legs fan. We don't want any holes drilled in the floor and have like what looks like a lump of silver, a little piece of steel in the floor.
But we did have on the boat before this.
No, we didn't. No, we had
not?
We had that wood. What came down, the fancy piece of wood they made.
Oh, of course.
It was the boat before that.
It was a boat before that.
Yes, that's when we had the Desmo. Yes. We weren't fussy about the rocking.
Oh, I remember. Yes, it used to wobble.
When we moved on to our L-shaped seating, and we have this table which we can put away.
That goes at the back of your chair, doesn't it?
It all comes together, unfolds, and is quite stable, and made into a substantial table without any Desmo legs involved in it, and that suited us. It suited us. We know people use Desmo legs, and that's we're not saying you shouldn't. It's just what we preferred. So our L-shaped seating works brilliantly, and when we're with people, they're not cut off now, are they? You know,
they can stretch out on the settee,
and we can talk, or you know,
I call it settee. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. But we also when we're socialising, we're all together, and you'll understand that better when we move forward a bit and talk about some other things in the saloon area. How it just works, it flows together, and it's a lovely social environment.
And when we don't have the table up in the dining area, we have a dance floor, Keith.
yes.
You know?
Yes, we do. We have a dance floor. The other thing what we did have, which I've talked about previously, facing the L-shaped seating, we had that lovely big hatch, didn't we? Side hatch.
Yes.
All with the traditional paintings on, because we love that, and that's part of the colour. When I talk about colour in a boat, that's part of the thing what breaks up an interior of a boat, when you've got plenty of colour and variation in timbers, you know, in wood, etc. All that makes a difference in the ambient feel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely to sit on the end of the L shape there as well and lean back, and you've got a lovely view out of the side hatch.
Because they're not them little side hatches.
No, they're quite wide, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're quite high as well, aren't they? So it's a lot of the cabin side. Anyway, that is the dining area. And next, we'll be moving on to the saloon, And we've kept quite a few ideas what we had on our
Yes.
semi-trad on that one, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
But we did make a few
tweaks.
and we'll get on with that next. Our semi-trad, with having the loose furniture.
Yeah, we had those made, didn't we, to fit quite nicely?
We did. They were excellent and good support on the back and in proportion as well, wasn't it? And we thought it was very, very comfortable. But we always felt as though we could make the inside of a narrowboat feel even bigger, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's when we decided on the boat we'd have L-shaped seating and leave everything open straight through, didn't we?
That's right. So we've got a little dance floor area, haven't we?
Yes, we have, yes. The other thing what we thought was important, in our boat we have now, we wanted to get the lighting right and the colour and feel to reflect the interior of a traditional boat.
Yeah, because those lights, they have like a yellowy tone and they really bring the colours of the wood out, don't they?
They certainly do. And I think that was important with having portholes, wasn't it?
Yeah, because portholes make it cosy, don't they?
They certainly do, yeah. And at least we've got some options as well.
You can open the side hatches if you want.
Yes, you certainly do, and it makes certainly can, and it does make a difference when you're in the boat, whether you want it warm or you want it open and airy. You know, there's all these different ways, and we've got versatility in that.
Yeah, and those prisms are good, aren't they, for allowing the light in? Sometimes I look up and I think the light's on, and it's the sunshine. The traditional paintings on the side hatches really break up the colour of the oak along the side, don't they?
It certainly does. Yeah, us being great fans of wood, it's in the family. It's built into us, isn't it? Yeah. And we just find the grain in wood absolutely brilliant, and to have this colour.
We each have our favourite bits of wood, don't we?
Yeah, it's really, really nice. But 3 side hatches, plenty of colour. Same on the bow and stern doors. It does give you
just breaks it up.
It gives you a lovely.
Like it's instead of hanging pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
You've got those along the run, haven't you?
You certainly have. Yep. So portholes and side hatches will always be our choice now, won't they?
Yeah.
In our semi-trad and our trad we have now, we've had diesel stoves, haven't we?
Yeah. Very clean, easy to use.
Yes. The first one was a Marceau Squirrel.
Converted.
And that was converted for diesel. And this one is a Cabola 2D. Sadly, stopped being made now because they're concentrating on boilers, but they still make diesel stoves what look traditional and not too modern.
And the flame picture in this is nice and bright as well, isn't it?
It is, it is. The other thing we did as well, which we thought was important, was to have separate tanks, wasn't it?
Built in under the seats in the bow, wasn't it?
Yes.
And this one and the other one.
Yes, and it was just gravity fed, nice and simple, no working parts.
No running diesel through the boat.
No, and that has worked out fine for us, hasn't it?
Yeah. Our Russian dolls, we used to have some in the semi-trad boat, and they moved across quite nicely and settled in to this boat, didn't they, Keith?
They certainly
and we've
did.
also added some more along the way.
Yes, yes. No room for any more now, is there?
Maybe.
We won't go into too much detail, but we had speaker covers made, didn't we, on both boats?
Yes, just to make them not look quite so ugly and
No, I know.
carish.
That's exactly it. And to have surround sound throughout the boat's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Certainly is. The other thing as well, once we've got everything open and people are on board, or we are on board, from the front in the bow where the seats are, straight through to the galley area, that is a social area, isn't it?
Yeah.
That feeling of space in a confined area like a narrowboat is so important, isn't it?
Yeah.
and we're glad to say we feel we've got it right.
Yeah, we do. Is there anything you'd change, Keith?
No, I've got to a stage now where I don't think we could, us personally, we couldn't surpass what we have.
No, I think I'm quite happy with everything, really.
Yeah, certainly are.
Maybe a couple more Russian dolls.
Part 2 is now completed. You've had a look at our comparisons between our boat we have now and our previous. And throughout the years we learned a lot on what we wanted, and it takes time. You know, I think there's a lot to be said for, you know, learning as you're going along, and you find out what things you like and what things you're not too keen on. And that's what we've been like. And we've now got a boat what would be difficult for us to surpass. It feels right for us, and we're very, very happy with it. Now, when I was doing the video, I talked about some windows that we had on our semi-trad were double glazed. We wouldn't have double glazed ever again. On this boat we've got single glazed portholes. Saying that, we wouldn't have windows again, but that's our preference. But the double glazing, over time, you know, over a few years, a few of the units packed in, you know, failed. Because you're banging around, aren't you, everywhere? You know, you think you bang into things and down. The shock must have caused problems, and they failed. And changing the glass was a pain. But that doesn't stop the frame in winter getting wet anyway. So, you know, I'm not into the double glazing thing anymore. I give it a go and it didn't work for us. Or we didn't like it. So, portholes all the time for us now. Every one of them open. We can take each piece of glass out if we want during this summer. We've got, I think it's 10 of them. 10 of them, 10 portholes, 3 side hatches and your bow and stern doors. And, of course, we've got the prisms in the roof. We've got 3 of them. We can have all the light we want when we want. We can have all the privacy we want, or we can have it completely opposite. It can be nice and cosy and a darker environment. And of course, we can make it all, you know, lose the privacy part if we feel like, and open the side hatches and talk to people and all that. That's what we learned, and it's worked out well for us. Right. I think that's it. We'll see what we can come up with next time, because we need to get on that canal. You know, it's a long time. We've visited our boat, but we still can't stay over, and cruising's still not, you know, not allowed at the moment for the leisure boater. Don't ask me why there's a difference. I have no idea. You know, because a lot of the I know quite a few continuous cruisers who have been stretching the rules, to put it mildly, and to see it as a leisure boater does get a little bit frustrating and a bit annoying as well, because they're not adhering to what they were told, and it is annoying when you're passionate about boating and you want people to stick to rules so we can all get out there and get boating again. But like in the normal, you know, urban life and all that, you get the selfish people, and there's nothing we can do about that. Anyway, keep positive, Keith, and everybody out there, keep safe, keep well. Slowly but surely, it feels like it's getting a bit better. Let's fingers crossed that it continues, and let's hope we can see a bit of summer anyway, and have a bit of enjoyment for all of us, because I think it's deserved, because 95% of people, they've kept to the rules, and it's been hard, and it's about time we all got back to normality, in a very loose word, that normality, but allowed ourselves to experience a bit of the normal life again, even though complete normality is a long, long way away yet. Anyway, we'll see what's coming next time. But for now, as usual, ta-ra.